It's been 14 years now. 14 years at Thorn Creek. So through many different buildings and stages, we've been there for it all. But we've had roles from greeting to being on the board and children's ministry lead and
youth group at one point.
Men's ministry director. Not a lot of things that we haven't
Worship
done, I don't
team.
think. Yeah, Carrie's been on the worship team. I've yet to be invited to be on the worship team. Through the course of our time at Thorn Creek, different people have come in and out. We've made it by choosing to overcommit. That is the way I would put it. You know, some people treat a church like a gym, and you go there and you work out for a while and it meets your needs, and then eventually something's worn out or run down, or you don't like something about the place and you check out and you go to the next gym. That's a decent description of society treats the church. The truth is the real value have longevity, and I think that's true in a lot of things in life. And certainly we've been blessed over time by hanging in there and overcommitting instead of undercommitting.
I mean, we have been at that place of is it time for us to go? Once you've made that commitment and you've formed those relationships, you value the time that you've invested, and that's not easy to walk away from. The reasons that we were thinking of, there's always a turning it back on ourselves. We're never without having those same faults that we're seeing.
Hey, if you're starting to feel uncomfortable, then you're on the right track. If you feel like you're being pushed a little bit, there's a little bit of resistance, then keep going that way. Some people think, well, if there's less resistance, then that's the path that God has put before me, and it's just not what I've experienced.
Well, and we live in a culture that is very self-based. Everything about church is opposite of that. Everything about God and His love for us and the love He wants us to have for others is selfless. You know, we're called to be together, to encourage one another, to point each other in the right direction, and to be the hands and feet of Jesus. Use the gifts that God has given us, because when we're using those gifts, we're using them all together, and when it's all working well, it's doing the best that it can. And so it's not, we're being told by the outside world that that's not right. It's all about how you feel and how you feel comfortable, and it's not. The more you think about yourself and how to make yourself happy, the more unhappy you are.
I really think in our hearts, a commitment at this point with our spiritual maturity, just a commitment, almost like a marriage. Like, you got a problem, want to work through it, you're going to be upset, I'm going to be upset.
Divorce isn't really an option, so anytime we get into a fight, we're not going to make that threat. There's no point in that hurt. I think we had a season where we would throw it out there, and not lightheartedly by any means, but it was a discussion. But now it's not even a discussion. It's not a matter of what's going on in the church. It's a matter of what's going on between us and Him.
Hopefully everybody realizes it by now, but this building is going up. There's no question about that. And the growth will come to Thorn Creek. There is no question about that. The only question left to be answered is, how will Thorn Creek do at retaining those people? That is the only question in my mind that is left to be answered. This is a great opportunity to jump in and be a part of it.